So, how do you go about hiring a professional genealogist for your project? Welcome to episode 9 of the Formidable Genealogist Studio, where I go a little bit more in depth than I do on my general genealogy tips that are reels or shorts across social media, which are typically just like one quick tip. I'm going to talk a little bit about how you hire somebody and some things that you should consider. Because I get a lot of questions about that. Um, the first thing I want everyone to understand is that not every single professional genealogist knows everything about every type of record, time period, and location. We have specialties, and if somebody states that they can research everywhere and everything, I would not hire them. People need to acknowledge their limitations and help you find somebody that does specialize in the area that you are looking for. So I would be leery of anybody that claims they can research absolutely anything, anywhere. Now, I want to show you some places where you can find people to hire online. I'm going to share my screen with you here. And I'm going to go here to the Association of Professional Genealogists. Now, this is typically what I recommend everybody starts with when they're looking to hire someone for a project. This is the trade association of people that work in the genealogy field. So you won't just find professional genealogists in here. You might find genealogy speakers. You might find writers in here. You might find a lot of different options. But people that join APG have an option to create a profile that they may have in the member directory. And this is one step removed from just finding a random stranger on the internet and hiring them. This is like one level of vetting. So you can go out here on the site, appgen.org, and you can click Find a Genealogist. And they have information here at the top to explain how to use the member directory. But if you go over here to navigating the APG website, using the APG directory, you can also find a video that I recorded for the organization on how to best use the member directory. There are also these PDFs right here. So we've got 5 great reasons to hire a professional and 5 reasons to ask before hiring. Now, these are the main reasons for why you might want to hire somebody for your family history project. You know, most professional genealogists are going to have multiple memberships to different sites, so you are not needing to pay for all of those memberships, so it will save time and money. People will have expertise and experience in certain areas that you may not. Research skills. We might be able to jump quicker than you would across different areas, figuring out which types of records will get us to our goal versus which ones will not exist. So we have a lot of different skills. Each of us was going to have a different area that we focus on, different languages that we understand, and perhaps it'll be things that you are not able to immediately figure out on your own or don't have the time for it. Now, there's also a page out here too that I helped compile for the organization about 5 questions that you should ask someone before hiring. It's important to understand their pricing structure. Now, people ask me all the time, what does a professional genealogist hire? Or what do they cost to hire? And it's going to vary so much. Some people will do a package price. Some people may be like a lower hourly rate, like $30 per hour, but may require 20 hours up front before working on their project. Some people may have a higher price, but require fewer hours. It's going to vary entirely. It's not a standardized thing. It's going to be based on our own companies, whether we're a corporate genealogist, self-employed, and demand for our services along with our experience. You're going to want to ask people what you will receive at the end of the project. Are they going to give you any type of online tree? Are they going to just give you like an academic report? what is going to be the finalized deliverable. Ask the time frame. A lot of us have very long wait lists. Mine's like 2 to 3 years at this point. I have 199 people on it today. Some people may be excellent researchers, but may not have a wait list at all. So you're going to want to know when you can expect to get your deliverable and have your research completed. If you are looking to hire somebody in another country or to research like another country before you take a trip there to see an ancestral location, really reach out to people like a year in advance or more as quickly as you can. Don't wait until like a month before your trip. Ask them what types of skills or experience they have that align with your project goals. So part of that is you need to seriously refine and define what your goal is. Do you want a full family tree? If so, you need to give them an idea of where they'll be researching to make sure it matches their expertise. Or maybe you have a very specific goal of you want to know where in Germany your ancestors came from. So you're going to want these people to explain how their expertise and experience is going to align with that project goal. And if it doesn't, then look for someone else or ask for a referral. And then ask them what type of information they need from you to get started. And it's really important that you give them everything you have on your research goal. Every little bit of research, be it like interviews with family members, even the negative results too. By that, I mean, I searched every newspaper on newspapers.com and there's nothing there. Make sure they know that. You don't want them to duplicate everything you've done. So try to be as complete as possible with what you have, what you've done, so that they will be using their time on your project to your best advantage. So these are the 5 questions I recommend you ask. So going back to the member directory here, you can look for specific topics like DNA, family history research, speaking, presenting, writing, publishing, or something else if you want to search specifically within that. Or you can enter a name and put that in here as well. You can also ask specifically for a genealogist based in a country and one who researches in an area. And you can whittle it down to smaller jurisdictions beyond country too. So if you need somebody that's going to be able to go to an archive in Hamburg, Germany, then you need to make sure you find somebody that's in that area, not just somebody that researches Hamburg, Germany from the US or something. So I'm going to put my name in here just to show you what a profile looks like. So you can see right there, that pulls me up. And then you'll want to look and see on the left if somebody is currently taking clients or not, because they will have a lot of people out here that do not take clients. And then you can look over here on the side and see which areas somebody specializes in, and then you can reach out from there. I typically recommend that people contact 3 researchers and then send all of them those same questions and then go from there for how you would hire somebody. There are a couple other directories that I want to highlight. So if you see a genealogist that has the letters CG after their name, that means they are a certified genealogist, and you can only become certified by BCG, the Board for Certification of Genealogists. If someone gets a certificate in genealogy, that is not the same thing. To call yourself a certified genealogist, it has to be through BCG. And think of this as higher education, master's, doctorate. It's not something that's required, but these people have gone beyond the general education and stuff to get these letters and these credentials after their name. So you can search in here for somebody as well. And you can also go into ICAP Gen, which is the International Commission of the Accreditation of Professional Genealogists. And that would be people that have the letters AG after their name. Again, another higher education, not a requirement to work in the field. And then you can go through here and you can find people in, say, Ireland that are accredited genealogists. So I hope this gives you a little bit of an idea of how you can hire someone, because a lot of people get really intimidated that they're just looking for somebody reliable on the internet and they can't really tell if it's a quality researcher or if they will be pleased with the results. So I recommend these three directories to find someone that isn't just a random website where you don't feel confident in their abilities. This is going to give you an avenue to start to find somebody to research on your project.